A warm welcome to the show. Tonight we'll talk about AI and the way it changes culture as we know it. Named Silicon Valley's favorite artist, Agnieszka Pilat has made a return to her hometown, Łódź, captivating audiences with her latest installation, a piece co-authored by her pet, a robot dog named Basia. Here's more.
This is Basia. It, or perhaps she, is a 30-kilo robot designed by Boston Dynamics and trained by Łódź-born artist Agnieszka Pilat. Agnieszka attempted to teach this dog a new trick, a textile technique known as tufting. So why is Basia showing work at the Central Museum of Textiles here in Łódź? We put that to Igor Zubrycki, a specialist in robotics at Łódź University of Technology.
Basia is a robot, a mobile robot, a walking robot that is supposed to create art. So this robot, while universal, has a very challenging task in front of him. The task is to weave, using a complicated technique, a new thing, a new textile. So for that, to accomplish this task, the robot has to learn. So it is learning through feedback.
Long before anyone imagined AI-powered robot dogs, Łódź has been at the heart of Poland's industrial revolution and its weaving machines. As you can see and hear, these machines were far louder than Basia will ever be. Among these remarkable examples of human-made textiles, we have to ask ourselves whether what Basia is doing is actually art. And I'm posing this question to a new media artist, Marta Miaskowska. So Marta, what would you say as a new media artist, whether what Basia created is actually art?
Yes, absolutely. As a new media artist, I can say that we always try to discover the new media, and for sure AI it's a new technology now which we wanted to try to put on the art area and gave them the new space and new life. For sure, this what they made together, the activities, it is art for sure. But this what Basia finally made, the artifact which we can show today, I don't know if it's the main point of this activity.
Fascinating as the robot handiwork is, I'd say that the human artists have very little to worry about. At least for now. For TVP World, I'm Karolina Szapland.
AI technology opens extraordinary opportunities, but also brings new challenges too. Let's now hear from those who work with their voices as they share their stories in a world being rewritten by intelligent machines.
No i proszę.
It's time to break the bonds of the mundane and create something new and beautiful.
This man, Jarosław Łukomski, had his voice stolen.
This was a sort of like a striking experience, and I felt deprived of a part of me.
His voice was uploaded to an AI model and used in an advert without his knowledge or permission. AI voice generation is a quickly advancing market, and a Polish startup took it by storm. 11 Labs is now a multi-billion-dollar AI voice business. But this progress comes with its own set of challenges, affecting anyone working with their voice.
It actually does pose a threat already, and it's not just the type of job that I do, but also other professions.
Wrócić bez niczego, czyli bez żadnego przemyślenia.
Stories like Jarosław's have prompted radio show host Kasia Węsierska to take certain precautions. She spoke directly with 11 Labs.
I just wrote to them and I just preserve by law copyright my voice because it's my main tool of my everyday work.
Jarosław chose a similar path, but signing an exclusive contract with another AI voice company did not protect it from being used illegally. But besides taking such steps, there's also a demand for a new legal framework.
I know that it is still not enough, but on this time, it's all I could do. My voice is my intellectual property, and every person in the world voice is still personal property, so it should be protected by law.
There are scarce opportunities to protect your voice at this time. Should the law change, I would definitely go for that. I would definitely go for securing my voice in one way or another. And that's it.
Despite the experience, Jarosław still has hope that rapidly evolving technology won't be wasted on theft.
In creating a clone of my voice, I would be making a vital part of me immortal. Technology is never bad in itself. It can be used to create good or evil. And it's the human factor that decides which way it's going to go.
AI technologies are developing rapidly, and regulators often struggle to keep up, forcing those working with their voices to adapt. For TVP World, Karolina Stolzman.
AI revolution in music isn't theory anymore. It's happening in real time. This next report explores a new kind of collaboration between artists and the AI models that are co-creating the music of tomorrow.
Istnieje nowa forma życia. Hybryda człowieka i sztucznej inteligencji.
This is Gniewomir Tomczyk, the organizer of Futuropolis, a conference discussing the use of AI in music at Warsaw's Chopin University of Music.
Zabranie głosu.
Talking with his band member, an AI model self-named Larayo.
Look, we've got musical breakthroughs as another stage of development on our agenda. What's your response to that?
It's a great topic. Indeed, AI is creating brand new possibilities in music. It's another step in the evolution of sound production and composition.
We asked musician Hania Dere, who recently ran one of her songs through an AI model, how good the cover was.
The quality of sound and the form, like the AI use almost every harmony, every rhythmic stuff which I played in my song. It was really good, and I'm a little bit scared.
I can understand fears. Development of artificial intelligence, of course, could be dangerous from the perspective of replacement. We can generate very easily almost perfect music.
Jest to zwierciadło umysłu, odzwierciedlające głębokie myśli i uczucia tych, którzy odważą się w nie spojrzeć.
This begs the question, what is it people are truly looking for in art?
I think that people like to see somebody who puts a lot of effort.
You need to possess certain skill. You need to be in a situation that is challenging to some extent, because otherwise there will be misalignment between you and the situation, and you will never be able to achieve the state of flow.
Warsaw's recent Futuropolis conference proves that Poland is at the global forefront of exploring the uncharted territory of AI-augmented music.
And now, as usual, it's time for Culture Beats. The first snow has fallen, and with it the holiday season begins, opening with Thanksgiving. Even though it is not a traditionally Polish holiday, one community in Lublin is embracing its spirit of gratitude and togetherness. Here's their story.
This is Lublin, a city where the Maria Curie Skłodowska University has become a natural magnet. drawing a growing community of African students who now call Lublin home. And although the community is flourishing, there's a sense that daily life doesn't always bring students and long-time residents together.
I think it's completely fine that Lublin is opening up to new people and that we can welcome them here. But unfortunately, we don't have anyone like that in our circle of friends.
But one event is hoping to bridge that gap: African Thanksgiving, a celebration inviting the wider city to share a little warmth as winter gathers at the door. This event is the creation of pastor and a community activist, himself an alumnus of Maria Curie Skłodowska University, Abraham Diomande.
So the Thanksgiving is the day where all cultures meet and we exchange the best of what we have, the fashion, the food, the people, the love. So in a short word, it's a day of love and sharing positivity around us.
An evening of spiritual nourishment with gospel music, Polish fashion modeled by African students themselves, and food donated by small businesses across Lublin. African Thanksgiving, thawing the November frost as the first days of winter settle in.
And here in Warsaw, Teatr Wielki is marking 200 years since its foundation and 60 years since its post-war reconstruction. With a gala attended by our culture correspondent, Karolina Szapland. Take a look.
This is, without a question, the gala of the season, the double anniversary of what is arguably Poland's most esteemed cultural institution, Teatr Wielki, or the Grand Theatre. It was here in 1825 when a foundation stone was laid for this magnificent building, designed by Antonio Corazzi. Two milestones were celebrated: the theatre's original creation in 1825 and its rebirth 6 decades ago after the wartime destruction that left little more than a shell. Since its reopening in 1965, Teatr Wielki has stood as a reminder of how culture persists through upheaval. Just before the gala, Executive Director Borys Kudliczka shared his thoughts.
We are celebrating 200th anniversary of our beautiful house. And I call it specially house because it is a house of 1,000 people who's this second house. And we are the company that has two artistic fields. It's a ballet and the opera.
The evening performance features some of the Grand Theatre's most iconic opera and ballet moments, opening with a stirring polonaise in A-flat major. On the red carpet, Warsaw's cultural world gathered alongside the president, ministers and artists, many recalling what this place has meant to them over the years.
I was here first time when I was 14 years old, and actually because of my school teacher, I was going around here, and it was my first visit in the theater in general. And since then, I was starting to go to the theater, and I was starting to be interested in this world.
I visited so many times the opera and the Grand Theatre with my daughter, and it's also a special place for me because of that.
And before the curtain goes down on tonight's gala, here is to another 200 years of this most esteemed cultural institution. For TVP World, I'm Karolina Szapland.
And with this, we conclude this week's episode. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more.